What is the greatest gift you've ever received? Maybe it's something you remember from your childhood, or a graduation present, or a wedding gift, or maybe it was something given to you for no particular reason at all, just out of kindness. But there are some gifts so great that you can't help but feel indebted to the one who gave it, even though you know there's nothing you could really do to pay it back. It's the kind of gift that is so out of this world that it changes everything in your world. And that's the kind of gift Paul describes in Titus chapter 2 and verse 11. He says, "For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation for all people, training us to renounce ungodliness and worldly passions, to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives today, and to wait for the blessed hope, the appearing of the glory of our great God and Savior, Jesus Christ, who gave himself for us to redeem us from all lawlessness and to purify for himself a people for his own possession, who are zealous for good works." Here, Paul speaks to how the grace of God that came into our world changed everything about our world. And he describes this grace as both a power and a person. First, the grace of God is a power that trains us to renounce ungodliness, to live godly lives, to set our hope on the future glory, and to become a people who are zealous for good works. In other words, the grace of God empowers us in such a way that it reorders our desires, it changes our affections, and it retrains our bodies and our minds and hearts to say no to our old passions and yes to new desires for godliness. It makes us zealous for good works. But Paul describes this grace not only as a power, but a person. He starts by saying the grace of God has appeared. It became real and visible and tangible. The grace of God came into our world and took on flesh, as it were. The grace of God appeared in the person of Jesus, the one who Paul says gave himself for us. And when he, as the ultimate gift of God, came into our world, he changed everything about our world. And he, as the grace of God, is still powerfully changing you and me today. Because some gifts are so great that you can't help but feel joyfully indebted to the one who gave it, still knowing there is nothing you could ever do to pay it back. Or like the song we sing, "Were the whole realm of nature mine, that were a present far too small. Love so amazing, so divine, it demands my soul, my life, my all."